Hi, Joe. Hi, Jerry. How you guys doing?
Hi, Jamal. How are
Good. How are
you?
you?
I gotta ask because I mean I know this for you, Joe. I don't believe you've directed another sequel before. I know Jerry has done so many, but it's so hard to pull off a sequel that's as good or better than the first. You got Godfather, Sister Act, definitely Beverly Hills Cop 2, and Bad Boys 2 is some of the ones Jerry's done. What's some of the secrets, Jerry, to like bringing this one like? Because I feel like this sequel stands as like one of the best sequels ever made. And it doesn't take away from Top Gun 1, but I feel like it's one of the best sequels ever made.
Well, thanks, Jamal. We really appreciate that coming from you, too. So it's important that we try to get some of the nostalgia from the first movie and put it into the second movie. Callbacks, which are important, but it's always about a great character story. And that's what Joe came up with. And that's why the movie got made. We flew to Paris. Joe had this idea on the journey that Maverick was going to take. And Tom loved it. He heard the pitch. So Joe did a poster. He also had a lookbook of what the movie was going to look like. And he finished telling the story to Tom. And Tom picked up the phone and called the head of Paramount and said, I want to make another Top Gun. And that was music to their ears, believe me.
Yeah, yeah. And Joe, like how did it feel? Because I see some of the behind the scenes when you're in the desert and you got these jets flying past you at God knows how fast. But there's like a line in the movie that goes something like, it doesn't matter about these next generation fighter jets or whatever, it's always about the person in the cockpit. When you look at technology as opposed to a story, like how do you balance how technology is moving the film world along, as opposed to still being that person in the cockpit that knows how to maneuver even the F-17 or whatever?
Yeah, it's all about story and character. The technology we used in this movie was just to serve this story, and the first Top Gun set the bar very high by telling a very grounded, powerful, character-driven story, and that's what we wanted to do on this. Obviously, the technology allowed us to do things they couldn't do on the first film. You know, putting 6 cameras inside the cockpit allowed us to capture all that footage for real. You know, I think the results speak for themselves. You just can't fake that sort of imagery.
Jerry, I feel like you've done so much, so many great projects on TV and film, but you have all these great big budgets. Like I want to challenge you to do like the cheapest movie possible. I want them to give you $30,000 budget. I was like, what magic Jerry Bruckheimer could do with the lowest budget? Because you've done so much great things where we feel like we're all in the middle of the action. Do you think
we try to do the best we can with no matter what they give us. We figure out a way to get it done.
Yeah.
They usually give you a number and you try to fit the movie into that number. It's like, you know, fitting shoes in a shoebox.
Yeah. I know, like, if you went back, I mean, you've been producing movies for a long time, but if you went back to Farewell, My Lovely, and Match or Die, American Gigolo, or all those films from the past, and you look at where technology is taking you, do you ever think about, wow, if I had this technology, then I would have did this type of thing different? Do you ever like go back and think about?
Not really. It's always about story, character, and plot. That's what it's all about. What kind of character journey and can we drag them through a plot? And that's what makes movies hits. It's about the emotion. It's about the excitement. It's about the characters you fall in love with. The technology is like the gravy that you put on. It's great to have it, and it makes the movie a lot better. But you got to follow these characters. You got to go on their journey, and that's why Top Gun Maverick is such an exciting movie, because you're on Tom's journey. You're on Maverick's journey through the entire movie.
Really love the film. I'm honestly saying it's one of the best sequels ever made. Congratulations to both of you guys. I can't wait till the rest of the world can see it so I can talk about it. But you guys keep making films. I'm glad we're back in the theater so they can enjoy this like that. Thank you for your time.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Jamal. It's great to have you with us.